When did you start bringing this in? I'm really curious to bring this to the marketing perspective because
Mhm.
I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day that we all try so hard to find that perfect marketing strategy.
Mhm.
And we're like, but I don't need to be involved in this, right? I don't need to talk about me. I don't need to talk about this. Let me talk about my business. And that's just not true. So, how do you take this type A analytical business person and combine them and make them understand that they have to show up in their marketing?
Mhm. Well, I usually use the customer, persona. I mean, you when we say customer, I have gone to many, many clients. And as you read in the introduction, most of my clients are in health and medical and science and so forth. And so the customers would be doctors, for example, or the customers are medical researchers in a lab. Our customers are hospitals. And listen to what we're saying. We need to reach clinics. You're trying to reach a clinic? That's not a customer, that's a building. Okay. And so all along over the years, I've realized that if we think about customers as people, then you kind of get out of their title and get into what's their day like, and what other interests they have. And again, it used to be, well, let's talk about their psychographics. They enjoy photography, they enjoy cars, they enjoy travel. Well, that's at sort of a superficial level, but it's better than just what do they do for work all day. But the more you think about them as people, you realize, they have hopes, wishes, and dreams just like we do. They have day to day frustrations. And maybe where your product fits in to their day is not as maybe important as you think it is. It may be one part of their day, but they're not sitting there all day long thinking about your positioning statement, wondering when you're going to come by with a message or product sales call.
Yeah, it's really interesting for me because I just experienced this firsthand the other day where I was in a networking group and I was talking about what I do and same way that I always do. And there was somebody else that was visiting that networking group that did something very similar to me. So I end mine with talking about goals and all of this stuff. And she pops in and does her commercial and she starts talking about anxiety. And then she talks about goals. And she's like, if you want to work on your anxiety so we can talk about your goals, so let's do that. And everybody flocked over here of, oh, I have anxiety. I have this, I have that. And it made me realize that the human that we're trying to cut out of our marketing messages to look more professional is exactly what makes somebody realize that they need to listen in the first place.
No question.